What's up, guys? All right, so I have 3 tips for you to help you maneuver through the holidays without wrecking your diet or hopefully putting on a bunch of weight. So tip number 1 is I want you to be a food snob. And no, I don't mean go into a house and turn your nose up at some people's food and things like that. What I want you to do is be incredibly choosy about the foods and the treats and the alcoholic beverages that you decide to eat or drink. You know, don't settle for the cheap wine that's probably at the office party versus later that night. Say you're going out and you're having a really nice dinner and you can have a really nice glass of wine. So maybe forego the wine at the office party to enjoy the wine later in the evening. So be super picky about the foods and the treats, you know, just because there's a lot of cheap chocolates out there, and it's cheap chocolate that you have all year long, and then they just throw some red and green foil on it for Christmas, and all of a sudden it's Christmas candy and you gotta have it, which throughout the rest of the year it wouldn't tempt you at all. So keep that in mind, keep that same mentality, you know, go for the really good chocolates, the really good desserts, the things that you know, is a higher quality of food versus the cheap crappy junk that, you know, is a dime a dozen and you can have it any time of the year. And especially if it's not something that tempts you, you know, January through November, why in December, just because they throw some Christmas wrapping on it, are you eating it? So be super picky about your foods. Number 2 is planning your treats. And I'm gonna use that glass of wine as my example again. So planning it. So looking at your day, again, say we're gonna have an office party earlier in the day, and then you're planning to go out for dinner or have another event later that evening with maybe a little bit better choices of wine. So planning the day out. So during the Christmas party, saying to yourself, okay, I'm not gonna have any of the cheap wine that they have there. It's really not that good. You know, it's those calories that you drink and then you wish you could take them back because it really wasn't that tasty. And plan ahead for that beautiful glass of wine that you're gonna have with a steak or some seafood with dinner, and when you actually will enjoy it. And when you plan ahead for treats like that or that glass of wine, you actually enjoy it that much more versus just chugging down the cheap wine at work because it's there and it's free. So plan ahead with what treats and what things that you're gonna have throughout the party season or at the office or with family or social gatherings or in the neighborhood or whatever it may be. Just put a little bit of effort into it and think through it prior to just having it all, basically. And last and not least is number 3. And this one I see a lot with clients and I hear it a lot, is the all or nothing mentality. Everything is black or white. Basically you go and you have, you know, you skip your workout for a day. So then, okay, so I skip my workout, so I'm gonna order the supersize at McDonald's and have the fries and the Coke with it because I skipped my workout. So instead of, you know, rationing that out and, oh, I skipped the workout, maybe I should have a salad for dinner or a lean piece of meat and some steamed vegetables since I didn't get that activity in. You just forego it, and it's that all or nothing mentality. I'm 100% on or I'm 100% off, and there's nothing in between, and that's dangerous. That's where a lot of people can get into really bad habits and start going in the other direction, and before you know it, you've put on 10 or 15 pounds. So be rational when you look at that, and like I was saying, if you miss the workout, have a little bit better dinner. You know, and also I hear a lot is, you know, I'm just gonna start it all on January 1. So like everything between now and January 1, for somehow it doesn't count. Those calories don't count. That food that you're gonna eat, that alcohol you're gonna drink, the workouts you're gonna skip, none of that counts till January 1. But January 1, you're still gonna have that same body that you just ate and drank till your heart's desire, or like an asshole or a whole bunch of shit. That body is gonna be there January 1, and then you're gonna have to work all that shit back off. So, and learn how to enjoy yourself and have little bits, pieces in here, plan for them, like I said, become somewhat of a food snob and, you know, picking and choosing the things that you really enjoy and saying no to the other stuff that normally would not tempt you any other time of the year. And then no all or nothing mentality, no black or white. It's a little bit of this and a little bit of that. As you know, the saying goes, it's all about portion control and balance. So I hope these tips are helpful for you. They're tips that I use to go through the holidays. And yeah, that's it. All right, guys. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Enjoy the good stuff.